And we are back. Welcome, everyone, one and all, to another episode of Covens and Cauldrons. I am, of course, Pyrotechnics, your game master for the evening. It has been a couple of weeks, so we will go ahead and go around the table to introduce everybody and their characters. We're going to go ahead and start in no particular order, just going to make it clockwise. Let's talk Kenobi. Would you like to introduce yourself and talk about your character for a moment?
Hi, yes, I'm Kaza. Kaza is a barbarian Goliath who has purple skin, purple tattoos, and he enjoys beating people as a bodyguard.
That's pretty succinct. Yeah, that seems like Kaza for the most part. All right. Well, let's keep on going around the table, and we'll talk to Khroen and his character, Leo. Please go ahead and take it away.
Hello, I'm Khroen. I'll be playing once again Leo, or Leocyn Lynclair, a human bard who is fascinated by everything fantastical, mystical, which has drawn him here to the carnival and made some friends and see what trouble they continue to get up to.
Definitely some good trouble. All right, continuing on down the line, we'll be talking to Kari, Space Ghost, who is also in some cosplay makeup, as we have seen a couple of our people are wont to do. Please, let's talk a little about Curly.
There's no way to get immersed without doing them. I can't do it. I'm a former LARPer, so I have needs. You know what I mean? Like, and the need includes whatever this is. Also, I have somebody subleasing my apartment because I'm going to be in LA for most of the month, and we haven't met in the hallway yet, but I'm gonna have some splaining to do. Curly is a Haringen rogue. Basically just adopts everybody. Is pretty bent on living and being in everybody's space. Highly skeptical, extremely difficult to control, vaguely neurotic. You know, just rogue stuff. Hashtag just rogue things.
I do love that. I really need that on a t-shirt. I play a rogue in my own game. Anyways, let's keep on going and talk to Ehloanna and Ninkasi.
You're doing great.
It's the start of the year. Everything's going to be off the rails. I've just accepted that. Go ahead, Allison.
So I'm Allison, or Ehloanna. I play Ninkasi. So I am a water Genasi cleric. My parents are still alive despite the DM trying to kill them last session during our first session. So
I want to give you a tragic backstory.
I'm just, yeah, I don't want to have a tragic backstory. I have a good backstory. And I am part of the carnival here, and I am basically the kind of Elvis wedding officiator here at the carnival. That's me.
Alrighty, yes, and with the not dead parents who are exploring the carnival with you right now. Last on the line, we have got Mr. Boopasaurus, who is playing one Hauld Thir. Boop, do you care to describe your character a little bit?
Yeah, I am a pretty normal-looking high half elf warlock. Just recently learned that I was half elf, as when I grew up, someone cut my ears off and raised me as a human. And so I went and was like, I'm going to do my own thing, all Don Quixote-like. I read a lot of adventures and books. And so I went out and I got beat up by a bunch of gnolls, and someone saved me. And now I'm indebted to that person. And that's why I'm at the carnival.
Absolutely. So yeah, everyone has gathered at the carnival, and I should probably do a little bit of a recap. But before we do that, I do want to thank everybody for tuning in. We have been on a little bit of a hiatus since our debut, so I hope you had a wonderful holiday season. I hope you are having already a wonderful start to your 2022. And I don't really have any other announcements or anything, but I do want to dive into it if everybody's ready to rock and roll, because we had a little bit of stuff happen the last time around. There might have been some battles. There might have been some unexpected meetings. There might have been just some shenanigans involving halflings and throwing water on them and knives and all sorts of things. And let's dive into it then. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of a flashback, or at least a callback to the last time for those of you that have either missed the VOD or just want a little bit of a refresher. So, when we last left off, the carnival, the Witchlight Carnival, which many of you work at, arrived once more in Anacra for the first time in 8 long years and began to set up in a forest clearing in Otis Vale. It was there we met our characters: Ninkasi, carnival priest and former mermaid performer; Kaza, carnival security; Curly, the former knife thrower and general witchlight hand. It's a little unclear. Hauld, who kind of wanted to be an adventurer and got a chance after making a pact with this mysterious woman calling herself Neva. And finally, Leocyn Lynclair, traveling musician seeking the carnival for his own reasons. Now, along the road, Leo and Hauld met just by chance, while Ninkasi, Curly, and Kaza getting a little bit of time to yourselves to return to, for at least two of you, your original home. Took a walk on the outskirts of the carnival. Hearing a scream, all of you independently gathered, but not without a bit of hesitation, and discovered Ninkasi's parents being menaced by a pair of spear-carrying gnolls. A pitched battle ensued in which at least one person was impaled, very briefly, but you eventually dispatched the assailants, and this newly formed group got to know one another. Ninkasi checked up on her parents, who were a little shaken, but Cordelia and Levin managed to kind of shake all of that off and, caught up with their daughter who they'd not seen in many years. And together, you all traveled back towards the carnival. When you were there, at the front office, or the front desk, I should say, the ticket taker, this elderly wizened goblin by the name of Nicholas Midnight, informed Hauld and Leo that they had already had tickets purchased for themselves. And Leo, generous, decided to use his gold to instead pay for Ninkasi's parents to get access to the carnival. You also learned that someone had given the rest of you the day off. You had time on your hands for the first time in what seemed like ever. So you all gathered at the carnival, poring over a map to decide how to spend your evening of entertainment. You got a couple of snacks, some flaming hot salamanders on a stick, a few other things, managed to catch a couple of welcome gifts being tossed to you from above by a stilt walker. And you decided that your first destination would be the Hall of Illusions, a mirror funhouse of sorts. When you got there, you spied a halfling couple standing over by a cabinet. Kind of a curious place. One of the halflings got down on one knee to propose to their significant other, who fell to the ground laughing. After that embarrassing moment, the first halfling ran off, crying, into the Hall of Mirrors. And you all, maybe a little bit concerned, approached this laughing halfling who was named Ween Sundapple and had been subjected to this spell, but you recognized as Tasha's hideous laughter, emanating from a nearby cabinet depicting the namesake witch herself. So realizing that something a little unfortunate had happened, giving a bit of a pep talk to Ween, and heading into the Hall of Illusions yourself, you got your tickets punched by Candlefoot, somewhat off-putting, kind of pale, monochromatic almost mime, who didn't speak a word, very committed to their bit, maybe even more so than usual. But after searching the Hall of Illusions and finding some of the more off-putting mirrors that showed you not only in strange dimensions, but also out of time, either as a younger version of yourself or presumably what you would look like much older, you managed to find the Lost Halfling, whose name was Reuben. Seemingly entranced by this vision of a small, blue-skinned girl wearing a pig mask in one of the mirrors, speaking to the reflection of Reuben. Shaking him out of his reverie, managed to pull him away, and reunited him with Ween, whereupon he dropped to one knee on the spot, proposed once again, and this time everything worked out. So with that success in hand, you headed off to do more fun stuff at the carnival, and decided that where you'd want to go was the Dragonfly rides, where you met a young but very energetic treant named Northwind, and this little squirrel of his named Red. As you got your tickets punched, You could hear shouts as one of the dragonflies took off prematurely with the middle-aged dwarf just clinging unsteadily to it. And in that moment of tension, of panic, we will resume as people are shouting and pointing and he's gonna fall off! He's gonna fall! He's gonna fall! And what would you all like to do?
I'm gonna use Speak with Animals that I got just recently and see if I can hear the dragonflies saying anything about it, and then be like, "Yo, watch out!"
Okay. So you're gonna cast Speak with Animals, and you are going to say what exactly to the dragonfly?
I'm gonna say, "He's not riding you. You gotta get him."
Okay. So the rest of you, I'm assuming the rest of you can't speak dragonfly.
No.
So what?
No.
So what you
Don't
hear
think so.
is Hauld just kind of cups his hands to his mouth and just starts going. And Hauld, you see the dragonfly. Please make me an animal handling check first of the night. Let's go.
All right, let's do this. First roll. I have so
Let's
many windows
go.
open. I'm sorry. Okay. Animal handling. I still have... No, I don't have Bardic Inspiration. Never mind. I got a 5.
On a 5. The dragonfly kind of like looks at you as it continues to fly kind of like almost haphazardly up and away. And it speaks back to you and just says... I've got to go. There's a fire. It's dangerous. There's a fire.
And then I go, "We can help with the fire." And then I was like, "I've used water already today."
You have. You've done that twice.
Yeah,
now.
I did shape water to give someone a pep talk. We can help.
You've splashed a lot of halflings.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Ooh. Give me a
So wait,
persuasion
do we see fire, by the way?
No, you do not. But if you'd like to make a perception check and look around, you can.
I would like
21.
to make one.
Okay, you got 21 in persuasion. We'll resolve that first. But I want to get the rolls done.
Non-natural 20 for
Ooh.
perception.
Oh, a dirty 20. Okay, I should probably get the die roller up here in a moment. Let me tab us over. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll resolve the persuasion check first. So you basically shout out something to the effect of you're going to help put the fire out, and the dragonfly starts to slow down a little bit and kind of slowly like hovers enough for the dwarf to clamber back up. In fact, I am going to roll a dexterity check for the dwarf. Yeah, he's able to get back up onto the top of it as the dragonfly slowly comes around and starts hovering midair. And meanwhile, Northwind, who has been trying to like calm everybody down, starts beckoning the dragonfly to start coming down to land again, and looks over at you, Hauld, and says, "Many have gifts as such of speech, but never have I heard anyone speak it as fluently. Thank you. Thank you."
You're welcome.
And Ninkasi,
Don't know what else to say to that.
Do you say that in Dragonfly?
Yeah, I do it in Dragonfly, and then I'm just like, "Oh wait, 1 second." I'm just like so fluent. I like dream in Dragonfly sometimes. That's how you know.
No.
And so I'm going to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Your dragonfly says there's a fire."
Wow. Okay. So Ninkasi, you look around. Not only do you not see a fire, but you do see. Well, almost all of the crowd is looking up. This sort of panic melting into relief as the situation seems to have been resolved. You do see somebody pushing their way past the crowd and kind of hurriedly leaving the scene. It's hard to make out their features, but you see the movement.
Okay. Geez, what would I do? I am going to follow them and see if I can get a better description of them, so I at least know what they look like.
Okay.
So I would just like follow them through the crowd, like without saying anything, just like start going after them.
Okay. Give me a dexterity check to see how effectively you're able to. You're trying not to be seen, I imagine, right?
No, I don't care if anyone sees me.
Okay, just a regular dexterity check to kind of push through the crowd.
Yeah, about that.
It's a comment.
14.
Ooh.
Yeah, you managed to like you bump a couple of shoulders, like what's going on? But you managed to kind of make your way through, and you see this individual that appears to be a human, about average height, kind of a not a very like distinctive in appearance, just looks like a regular dude. Kind of like short black hair, but the look on his face is just kind of like, as he turns and sees you clearly making your way towards him, he breaks into a full-on run as he's pushed out the crowd.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to start chasing after him and start like shouting at him like, "Stop! You need to stop!" And would I know of any like guards or anything like that that are around?
There are like you know there's just lots of Witchlight.
Yeah, I guess I do have a party member that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Kaza would be very obviously a security guard, but there are a number of Witchlight hands that are always milling about. If you start making a lot of noise, you probably can attract their attention. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm basically going to try and like attract the attention of like people who are actively working and Kaza's attention. So I'd be shouting like, "Kaza, come stop this person."
So Kaza's like looking up because the rest of the crowd is doing it, and he just wants to fit in. And then he like looks over to where the voices are coming from, and is like, "Oh, okay, I'm on the way." And he starts just like running through the crowd. Doesn't care about who he hits.
So you are running. Ninkasi, you are attempting to keep up as well?
I'm running as best as I can.
Okay. What are the rest of
I'm
you
not the
doing?
fastest.
Because right now Northwind is in the middle of thanking you, Hauld. Curly and Leo, what are you all doing? As it's very obviously Ninkasi and Kaza kind of split from your side and start chasing this person down.
Yeah, upon seeing Kaza just start full sprinting through the crowds, trying to hit anybody, Leo's just like, "Oh, this is something now." And just shouts, make way, Goliath coming through, make way."
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna make this a skill challenge as you're chasing this person.
Okay.
So it goes. I've actually got something for this, so give me 1 second. Where did I put that? Did I not? Ah, yes. Here we go. All right. So, as all of you are running after this person through the carnival, making your way from the dragonfly races as they try to get lost into a crowd, I would like everybody chasing to give me an athletics check. And just tell me once you roll it, because it's going to go by real quick. Also, as an announcement, because people have been redeeming stuff, and I have not called out to it just yet, we have had a couple of redemptions on some rolls. We've had inspiration given over to Curly for the awesome makeup, so thank you for the person who did that. Actually, twice. So you have two instances of inspiration. And I've been given one, but I am going to donate it because I rolled too well on the Knolls last time, and I feel bad. I'm going to give this to Hauld because he had a very inspired way of sorting out the dragonfly situation. So keep track of your inspirations, please. They will go away at the end of the session if you do not use them. And the first person who gets hit with a crit is going to get some healing boost, but we'll cross that bridge when and if we come to it.
Cool.
But yeah, all the channel rewards are redeemable for all of you who have been wondering about that. This is the first time I'm doing them, so a little bit of a learning curve. Thank you for bearing with me.
Hey, Pira.
Yeah.
Can I be attempting to get a dragonfly now?
Instead of participating in the chase, you want to try and like persuade Northwind to give you a dragonfly? Or...
I want to ride. I just want to ride this dragonfly. Wait. I want to get on top. Wait. I want to just ride the dragonfly super hard in the sky.
So you just want to ride the ride that you got your ticket punched for?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's so wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, for free though. For free because I saved the guy.
Well, you already got your ticket punched, but
Is it a carnival?
That's right. Yeah. So I just want to get on a dragonfly and go fast.
Okay. Everybody else will be participating in this chase unless you say otherwise.
Well, can I see them from up high?
If you want to spy them out, yeah. Oh, yeah. This
Yeah.
is what you're going to try to do. Okay.
I don't think I was gonna say. I was like, there's no way he doesn't spot Kaza. Just fucking.
Yeah.
So you do say
Run
this,
in for
do
him.
you try to talk to the dragonfly, or do you run up to a dragonfly and try to convince them to give you a ride to spy this stuff out, or are you going to ask Northwind?
You know what? I think it'll be more fun to skip Northwind. Let's just go ahead and go straight to the dragon.
Okay.
My tickets are
He's
already
right
punched.
though.
What do you say to the dragonfly as you run up to the next one?
I take its head and I go, but really what I'm saying, you are beautiful and I need you.
Okay. Give me animal handling with advantage.
All right, I'll just roll twice. Okay, that's a nat 1, so we're gonna roll again.
Oh, we don't
Okay.
use that one.
15.
The dragonfly looks at you and buzzes back, and you hear, "That is the nicest thing anyone has ever said. What do you need?"
I get on, I go, look after these guys, but so let's go up, and I want to just get a nice little aerial view of everything.
Okay. You start ascending into the sky, and Northwind goes, "That's too high! That's too high!" Oh.
I'm a high elf. It's okay.
And as you ascend a little bit, you can start to see more and more of the carnival. In fact, it starts to look a lot like the map that you see on the screen. And the rest of you are chasing as you see through the crowd this chase commencing. And let's resolve those first rolls. So what did everybody get on your first athletics checks?
15.
Okay.
16.
14.
Not bad.
21, baby!
That is a hard success for the group.
Not surprising.
Can I do something?
You are catching up. In fact, you seem to be closing the gap, and this person is going to attempt to slip away into a crowd, and they're going to make a stealth check really quick, and no bueno, so it's still going. Give me one more athletics check. You were very close because of how hard you succeeded.
So hard.
Ugh. Don't like that one.
Oh boy.
11.
Still waiting on Curly. What did it say? It's a dirty 20. Okay.
That's.
So, Curly, you are keeping
Oh no, that's a
pace.
natty.
That's a nat
Oh,
20.
for
Oh,
Leo.
damn. Okay.
That's a natty.
That
for
is
Leo.
actually a nat 20. My goodness. You
If I
are
hold hands and
you are managing
fly into the sky.
you are managing to keep pace just barely. That nat 20 counts as 2 successes. So for the rest of you, you're managing to do okay. I believe. Let's see. I'm gonna double check what the rest of you actually got. What was it again? 11 and 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
While I'm running, by the way, can I just shout out someone
Oh, no, I got
tricked the
12
human
here.
with black hair?
Okay, you got it. Oh, you got a 12. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna turn the music down just a little bit as we are doing this. So sorry for everyone whose eardrums are getting blown out. There we go. So yeah, the rest of you are falling behind. Curly, you're managing to keep pace, and not only that, you are overtaking this individual. Give me a perception check really quick, Curly.
Oh man, I am using all my things for this. There's no way. There's no. You guys,
Wow.
this is
Oh
my night.
God.
This is my night.
Nice.
Back-to-back
So-
I
19s. It's over.
throw my
Yeah.
tiny, shitty body at. No, I'm just kidding.
As this person tries to duck behind a couple of startled fairgoers, you see their form kind of shift a little bit, and they get shorter, and their black hair kind of pulls out a little longer, and it starts to become feathery. And you see, as they attempted to hide, exactly what's going on. That wasn't a human at all. That looks like a sort of raven person.
Changeling looking ass.
If you would like, you can give me an intelligence check to see if you recognize
Oh, I'm not very smart.
what this person's lineage might be. Yeah.
Okay, let's try it. Let's just try it. Let's just see what happens. Ugh.
Here comes another 19.
Right? Oh god.
The suspense is killing me.
10?
Ooh, not a
Yeah.
19.
You don't know. They turn into a bird person.
Okay.
Do I see any of this from the sky?
You can't make out the details at the level you're at, but you do see that Curly and also Leo's been not too far behind, been able to catch up to this person and seem to be working their way towards like the edge of the carnival. So they should be able to corner them.
I want to tell the dragonfly to get ahead of this dude because he's shapeshifting now. I probably see him, right?
If you want to get down a little lower, potentially.
Okay.
It might take you a little longer to get to where you're trying to go, but yeah.
Okay, well, I kind of want to just I want to ask the dragonfly if he has anything that might be able to help my friends out, or if he has anything that can slow this person down.
I don't know. I just take people up and go. What do you mean help with slowing a person down?
Do you need to pee or poo?
No, I usually do that in the mornings and the evenings.
Oh, okay, so that's out of the question. I need to go down, and you see these people, this purple person running down there? How good are Dragonfly's eyes?
The Dragonfly has a lot of like very, very large, like multiple cones, and it kind of zeroes in on the person you point out, and like, that's the one who told me about the fire!
Oh, and then I'm going to go, well, I'm going to tell you about my need for speed, and I slap its butt, and I go, let's go.
Okay. It's zooming down. At about this time, Curly and Leo, give me one more athletics check, as you two are the closest. Please.
I have like hundreds of real life dice I could use, but this is more fun for me.
I dig it. So
oh no, Leo.
That one for Leo.
Yeah.
But a 19 for Curly, which is enough. Curly, you get within springing range, and if you want to like jump tackle this person, you can.
I want to cut him.
Stab.
I want to cut. I want to. Oh wait, he's a bird person, so he doesn't have an ear, huh? Can't cut an ear off.
No. No ears.
Just like it, slice his little bird foot. Just.
Yeah, I want to go for a bird ankle.
You
I want to slice his
cut
little
the
bird
heels?
ankle.
Slice the heels?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an attack roll, please.
Going for the. Give me what?
Give me an attack roll, please.
Okay,
A lot of rolls
we're
for Curly
battling now.
tonight.
Yeah, it's a hard day for me. Oh. Okay.
Keep in mind, you do have a couple inspirations if you want to use them.
Yeah, I'm gonna use one right now. Cause I'm gonna fucking need it. 13.
They went through. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, 15.
15. 15
Yeah.
ain't bad. That's
not
enough
bad.
to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okie dokies. It's piercing damage. I'm gonna cut your Achilles heel, little man. Little bird man. You may not live to regret this one. I might just take off the whole fucking foot. Okay. Oh, sorry, guys.
Wow. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a very violent stream if this keeps up. Okay, so you manage to you dive and slash at the heels and does like kind of the collapse thing, and like rolls into a tent and just goes, "Ow!" in like a weird voice that is like you look at this creature, looks like a giant bipedal raven, wearing a robe and some weirdly crafted kind of butterfly wings, but the voice that comes out of it is kind of weirdly silky, like a radio host. It doesn't
Very
seem
light.
to fit. And they're just holding like the back of like their leg, which is just kind of bleeding a little bit freely. Like, ow, what is wrong with you?
I mean, lots of stuff.
Clearly, you guys will catch
Oh my
up as
God.
this is happening. By the way,
So I almost metagamed. Wow.
and Hauld
you know what?
zooms in. By the way, at the same moment.
Okay.
On
Okay, so I go,
On a
"Screech!
dragonfly.
You guys good?" Just like that. You guys good?
So at
Checking
this
up on the
point,
kids at the park.
Yeah. Anyone want to
I'm
come
on
on
the
the
ground.
dragonfly? There's room for 2 people.
I would say that this person is the person who was running away from the dragonfly after we heard about the fire that didn't actually exist. Did you
this
talk to your dragonfly?
Oh, the dragonfly knows this person. He said that there was a fire, right? What's your name, dragonfly?
They
Daryl.
don't give us names.
I named that one Daryl.
Well, I'm
Daryl.
gonna name you Terry.
Terry. I like Terry. Thank you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
majestic.
Gonna go by
Terry?
Terry.
So Terry,
It's the first
neat
note of the
Raven
night, by the way.
person. We were chasing him, and tell me what you know about them.
Wait, so you're asking the dragonfly what they know about?
Yeah.
Well, they used to look different, and now they look like that.
Okay, Terry, I'm going to need you to give me some better information. I'm going to ask you the same question again, but I'm going to need a different answer. So,
I don't
Terry,
know if I can do that.
all right, Terry. Well, let's just go fly, and then we're going to leave.
So you're just gonna take
We're
off?
gone.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to just I want to try to just circumnavigate the
Okay.
carnival.
I'm
and
gonna need
just get,
another animal handling check.
Okay. Hold on, I have so many windows open. Also, my D&D Beyond's on internet edge.
Oh,
Or
dear.
Oh,
Why?
Oh, no.
let's
Why?
go.
The stream sponsored by Microsoft
18.
Edge.
50
Yeah,
points
no,
from
the Dragonfly's like,
Gryffindor.
okay. And you just start
Let's
taking off.
do
You
it.
are above the carnival, just zooming around.
And I'm like, hey, if you've got any secret places, any secret restaurants, any pretty flowers I can give to people, I am apparently in this competition to make people happy. So
I could drop you off at the feasting orchard.
did I? Okay. What? No, I want you to be with me though.
But I have to get back to the ride.
Well, how much do you cost?
I don't understand the question.
You're just gonna stick with me for now, all right? Let's just
Okay.
let's feed each other. Wait.
Okay.
All right.
So you take off. The rest of you have cornered this person.
Yeah. Why were you telling the dragonfly that there was fire when there was no fire?
Because I wanted to cause a
Also,
panic.
how did
Why
you talk
else?
to the dragonfly? Do you speak with animals? You're an animal.
Yes.
So what are you?
What? You've never seen a kenku before?
I don't. Probably at some point. So okay, so you told it that there was a fire because you wanted to?
Cause
Yes.
panic is what I heard. What are you doing?
Trying to get some answers around here.
About what?
About what?
About what's going on. Clearly, there's things going on at this carnival that no one is talking about, and I'm trying to find out.
Like?
Like,
It's just a carnival, dude.
it's much, much more than a carnival.
No, not here. Not everything's normal here. It's extremely normal carnival with extremely normal stuff happening. I promise.
Not
I
to
see-
side with this Kenku, but to play a bit of devil's advocate, I have heard there are perhaps some intriguing things that happen here.
Mm-mm,
No?
mm-mm,
Not the
no.
case.
Extremely normal carnival.
Are you sure?
Extremely normal.
Everything normal.
So
I
what are you trying to find out, Kenku friend?
Look, first of all, you're not going to stab me again, are you?
I look
I
at
see-
Curly.
I see bird like you on fire before. They eat on little rotating stick. What?
That's
I
fair.
love
That's
chicken
very
wings.
nice.
Sorry. I actually
Fine.
only eat vegetables, but even still.
That'll only happen if you don't answer our questions. So perhaps you could answer our questions and then you'll be fine.
All right.
Death
Fine, if you
or
say
questions, my
so.
friend?
For the record, we have some couple new things to redeem. Hauld, you have inspiration for Grand Theft Dragonfly, and Leo also gets some inspiration. So I'll keep as I'm trusting you all to keep track of it. But
Leo for being the only reasonable PC.
this person, this Kenku,
Leo not threatening.
looks down at their leg, kind of like patches it up a little bit by tearing a bit of their robe and kind of ties it up and just says, "We should probably talk elsewhere, as I think we're drawing attention." Looking around, you see a couple of passersby, just kind of like looking.
Kaza's going
side-eyed.
to like look at them like death glare and like growl.
Intimidation, please.
Okay.
I also want to intimidate, but it will be adorable.
That's a nat 20.
I was gonna say
so-
say
wow.
go with go with the advantage because Curly's helping. But Kaza just like you
Wait, I
mean
want to see if I get the double. Hold on.
Okay, that'd be insane.
Oh, that was a
Double
19.
intimidation.
Oh,
That's still pretty good. You mean
That's
mug?
pretty cool.
You mean mug these like carnival goers that are just like wearing like face paint and like licking a lollipop, and they're just like, and just dash in the other direction.
okay.
Hardcore Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
So like literally as he says, I don't want to draw attention, me and my dragonfly come back. I know I'm metagaming, but this is good.
Oh no.
This is worth it.
The timing's perfect.
Yeah, I come back. I have face paint on, and so does Terry. Terry is a zebra. I am a tiger. And I'm like, yo, what's up, guys?
You've had like a minute. How?
I used
I'm gonna
my.
need... Oh, did
I
you...
have I like legitimately have a spell for this.
You cast. Oh, okay. You cast a spell. I got you.
Yeah, I have Mask of Many Faces, so I can do disguise. Yeah, disguise self.
God.
Okay, so that.
So I use disguise self to do it.
That technically only extends to one person, but that's cool as shit. So I'm gonna allow it.
Okay,
Cool,
pretend that like I had a little extra makeup, and then I just did a little mustache for Terry, like a Groucho Marx situation.
The Kenku does a double take. He's like, "How did you?" Oh no, I've yes, I know how.
And then I go,
disguise.
"Do you want it?"
No.
Can I? Okay. How's everyone doing?
Very good. We hit Birdman, Curly cut, and we now ask question.
It's
Okay.
completely
Can we
normal
please just
interrogation.
go
Nothing bad's
somewhere
happening.
Quiet first.
On the dragonfly?
That's not.
I don't think we'll all fit on the dragonfly.
Why do you want to go somewhere else so bad? We're in a tent and he's growling at people. Like,
Yeah,
how
you
much
guys
more
are actually
privacy
outside.
could
No
possibly
one
have?
Yeah,
Enter.
we're outside.
You guys are outside a tent at the moment.
Oh.
You've actually
Oh.
ran your way just outside the.
Is there like an
Bubbletop
adjacent
teapot.
tent? Is there like an adjacent tent,
Teapot.
like anywhere near us that looks relatively empty?
Ninkasi, you know a place. Your,
Yeah, I know a place.
Your chapel, which is currently
Oh,
closed,
perfect.
is actually next
Let's go to
door.
my
Is it em-
church.
Or we could go to like the least popular ride.
Well, let's go to the chapel. I think that'll be the easiest place to
Okay.
go.
Can
Or-
can I palm this Kenku's head like a basketball and just like pick it up?
You are going to manhandle.
Like not to do like damage,
Just like
not to do
to pick it
damage,
up.
but just like
okay.
you
To
know
make sure it follows
Uh,
us.
to make sure it doesn't go anywhere.
It is going. It is. If you were gonna like grab at its head, it's gonna fight unless you say something.
I mean, it can try. I guess.
It's fast traveling. It's fine.
Yeah.
You cannot
just
fast
doing
travel
work
while
for
the
you.
enemies are nearby.
So I'm gonna go. You guys seem like you got this under control. While we were flying, I saw there was a lost and found. I'm gonna go see if I can steal some stuff. Let's go, dragonfly. I'm gonna go to the lost and found.
All right. You just We will resolve that in a bit. You buzz off, quite literally.
Thank you.
And the rest of you make your way to the cathedral that is currently closed because Ninkasi has the day off.
Yeah. What is this? What is my cathedral near?
It is near
I'm
the
looking at the
Bubbletop
map.
teapot. So a little bit closer back to where you guys had started from. By the Hall
I
of
see.
Illusions.
Okay.
If you need the map, I can send it to you again.
I got it.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah, but you make your way over there, and once you duck into the tent, you see that this tent has been made up very much like a chapel with like seats, kind of like a. It very much is like an outdoor wedding tent, but it's set up to look a little bit more permanent. There is like a permanent sort of prestidigitation effect that is made, kind of some dancing streamers and things like that. It's fairly festive. Ninkasi, is there any particular, Liban-oriented water ganassi kind of vibe to it, or is it just sort of a general?
Yes. There'd very much be a lot of like wave and water symbolism around. A lot of like pretty blues and like teal accents and things like that. And like a lot of my like priestly stoles and things like that would be like whites or light blues, coral colors as accent colors, things like that, to make it very pretty and dainty, but also like kind of a tribute to Liban.
Nice. So just imagine, because obviously we don't want to get sued, but just imagine the Zora's Domain theme is playing right now. You all get into the tent flap and take a couple of seats, and I'm assuming you're gonna palm down the Kenku now, Kaza.
Just hold him up.
Just drop him.
Okay, so what do you want to know?
Well, why did you tell the dragonfly there was a fire when there's not? What information are you looking for about the carnival? I mean, you're here, but you think there's problems with it, but I don't know why you're here then. So, like, what's your issue?
I'm going to have to explain, and it's going to be a bit of a story. Well,
I don't have all day, so let's get going.
I am a warlock, and my patron is a woman named Sibylna. This carnival is the only way to access her realm, which is called Prismere. I can't go there, but I know that the folks who run this carnival know about it. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. Heard of them?
I mean, yeah, I work here. This is where I do my work.
Ah. Did you know that they are shady as hell?
No. No.
The mouth opens, and instead of hearing the voice that you've previously heard, you hear what Ninkasi, Kaza, and Curly would all recognize as the voice of Mr. Light, who is very animated and very lighthearted at the best of times, but you sense agitation. You hear, "Someone is going to find out about this! They'll shut us down!" And then you hear a voice you recognize as Mr. Witch. "We agreed to this pact. Our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the Hourglass Coven take what it wants, and in return, we stay in business. That's what you want, right?" And then the mouth shuts, and the Kenku goes, "I overheard them talking in their quarters. What do you make of that?"
How does small birdman make this sound? How does he do this?
That's what we do.
I'm gonna clamp his mouth shut.
Well,
Okay. And then he's gonna open it. Do again.
I'm not a performer.
Closes it.
You could be though.
Opens it.
Will you stop? Stop. I'm trying to find
Do
out.
funny voice.
Do funny voice. Come on. It'll be fun. Just do one funny voice. Come on. It'll be fun.
Looks over at you,
Just
Carly, and goes, "Do funny voice. Come on. Do funny. It'll be fun."
All right. Point taken. I get it
Kaza
now.
looks floored and he's just like looking between the both of them. He's like, just doesn't understand what's happening right now.
Out of character, would Ninkasi know that they're like shady or anything is like going on that's weird? Like, would she be privy to this information?
You would know. You've been working at the carnival for 8 years, right?
Yeah.
You would have met Witch and Light when you got hired, and probably in passing. But you do know that they keep to themselves, except when Mr. Light comes out to announce the big top extravaganza, or when the both of them crown the Witchlight Monarch. You don't normally see them very often outside of business hours. I'll let you decide if you've ever spoken to them, if you had a reason to. Like as in, like, for a meeting or something. Maybe when you switch jobs.
Yeah, I would say that I probably would have spoken to them very briefly when I switched jobs, because, like, I imagine that I would need someone to agree to allow me to sanction marriages on the grounds.
Yeah, I would
because
say...
I'm acting as, like, an officiant of some sort.
At that time, which was probably a couple years back, right?
Yeah.
At that time, there didn't seem to be anything particularly shady or anything unusual going on about them, you would have not, at least nothing you would have detected.
Okay.
So this is news to you, and the what they are saying. In fact, if you want, I can repeat it. What you were saying, what they were saying, or at least what was recorded by this Kenku, seems odd to you.
Okay. I would probably be like, Kaza, Curly, can we talk off to the side for a second?
Just a little huddle.
Yeah, get into a huddle, pick up Curly so that Curly is
I'm just in the middle.
up to like mouth level for us to speak. Does this seem out of character for them, or like this sounds weird? I don't know whether or not to believe them.
I mean, it's none of our business, to be completely honest. I mean, they do own this joint, and we work here, and they pay us, and that is the extent of our relationship with them. Do we want to continue having that advantageous relationship, or do we want to put our noses into their business? I personally, I'm not gonna put my nose in this one. I mean,
I like capitalism. Good idea.
Yeah. We're capitalist scum here. I mean, it's compulsory, you know? You need money to live. We can't seize the means of production unless that's what this is, which I'm down for. But, power to the proletariat is all I'm going to say about that. Anyway,
okay.
After that aside.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
We're going to start a revolution. I just think it's in our best interest not to help this guy and maybe take him, honestly, to our bosses. That seems like more of an efficient way to just get rid of this problem. I don't know.
So, Kaza, when we go back, maybe palm his head again, and then we bring him to like the proper authorities.
Yeah,
of course.
So then,
do you want me to clamp beak as well?
That might be a good idea because he said he's a warlock. So I worry that he'll cast something. I would hold his. Does he have hands? Hold on. Yeah, he has hands.
They're little like crow claws, kind of. Yeah. I mean, they're hands in the sense that they have 5 fingers, but they're very talony.
Yeah. Okay. Hold the beak and then hold the claws because he might do some stuff.
Okay.
Somatic.
Okay. What if we hear him out just a little bit? Just to get the information, so that we can because I don't want to just be like, here's a bird.
Okay.
Right,
great, good idea. We'll hear him out.
I feel like
okay. So hold on the palming him. Give him 5 minutes.
A bird in the palm.
Okay.
Mr. Witch and Mr. White won't. Here's a bird. So let's just hear him out, and then the moment he says anything incriminating, that's when you can grab him. Okay.
Okay.
All right, while they're having this conversation off to the side.
The keyword's rhinoceros.
While they're having this conversation off to the side, could Leo have a conversation with this Kenku?
Yes. But before you do that, I do want to resolve. I think Hauld wanted to go to somewhere, and I need your.
I'm gonna try to go to the lost property.
Okay.
And take some things.
I'm gonna resolve that really quickly first, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So you head to the lost property.
With my dragonfly terrier.
You touch down at the lost property, and outside of this wagon that has this big sign is a large feline creature with midnight blue fur. And I will have a picture loaded up there. It has a pair of tentacles extending from its shoulders and wears these fake butterfly wings that a lot of the carnival workers that you've seen so far have, but none quite as magnificent as these. Hanging from its collar is this small wooden keg, kind of like those rescue dogs up in the mountains. This cat creature is roughhousing with a couple of young boys, and one of them is hanging off its neck, and it goes, "Again, Darla, again!" Well, the other one is, like, running circles around. And as you descend on the dragonfly, the one who's, like, holding the neck just, like, hops up and, like, looks up at you with, like, really big, wide eyes, and this creature is just, like, looking at you very quizzically as you descend and presumably dismount.
So I dismount, I kiss Terry on the forehead and say, "Your wings are prettier, and they're natural." And then I go over to this cat, and I'm like, "Hey, I saw that there's lost property here, and me and my friend Terry have lost a lot of things at this carnival. But also, look at you little kids playing around, you little risk takers."
Yeah, we're risk takers, and they start like going in circles and shouting like risk, 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 risk.
Okay, I do the same thing.
And okay, at this point,
risk.
Terry flies off.
Terry.
And this cat looks at you and just goes, "Are you done yet?"
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Do you mind telling me why you have flown one of the dragonflies from the rides all the way here? What have you lost?
I have lost. Well, obviously, you've lost your personality. I don't know what I've lost though.
That is very rude of you to say.
But we've lost a lot of things.
Show you my personality, and then like there's like teeth kind of.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that. But what I want to see is, before I tell you what I lost, I want to see, like, are there wares just there, or is this cat just like keeping all the lost wares? Can I see anything with my eyes?
There's nothing outside of the wagon, but there is a wagon behind this creature that says lost property.
Okay, and then I go, I go, well, I lost all my money. I dropped it when I was on the dragonfly. Did you find it?
We have not located any lost coin, but
I mean, one.
Anything
I
else?
just, I also lost
Your
a
manners?
jacket.
Hmm.
A jacket
When was this?
in the past.
You're going to have to be more specific.
It was today. I told you I lost it on the dragonfly.
I see. I can check in the back if you need.
Okay.
What does the jacket look like?
It's a jacket. It goes over your shoulders.
Yes,
got
I understand, but I need to know
It's got
a
sleeves.
color, or perhaps a style.
Carnival style.
I will look and do the best I can.
Okay. And then I go over back to the kids while they look, and I ask them, like, what's the deal with this cat?
That's Durlagron! She looks after us when our parents were, I don't know what they're doing, but they're somewhere. But she's the best.
Okay.
And she has that thing on her neck. It has like apple toffee juice. It's so good.
Okay. All right. I wait for her to come back.
I am terribly sorry, but we do not have a carnival-style jacket.
And then I go, well, what if I help you with your parents?
What parents are you referring to?
Well, your kids here said that they deserve some apple tart juice and that your parents might be missing, or there's something wrong with your parents. Is that something you can help with?
Their parents are currently not here. I am watching
Why?
until
Why
they
are
come back.
Are these kids lost?
They are currently, yes, but I am taking care of them. And they have had much apple toffee juice already.
So so the lost property isn't necessarily about items. Sometimes things and people are going to be things that you take care of.
Sometimes things go missing from the carnival and never come back.
Why?
It is just the nature of a place such as this. And as she is speaking, one of the boys is rummaging through the wagon and picks up this mirrored ball. And it's like, look what I found! And turning around, whipping her head around, like the tentacle goes out and like smacks the ball out of the hand of this child. And you see the face of this creature, normally more of like a or at least mild geniality, even despite the way you've been interacting so far, flashes into like a snarl. You see real anger. And the child who is holding the ball screams and runs off.
If I had Terry, I could have caught him. But hey, the thing is, Mr. Cat Person,
I am actually a woman, but that is okay.
Okay.
I don't expect you to understand the gender
well,
of my kind.
If they found the ball, then it's not lost anymore. You should have just given it to them.
This... I cannot run and get them while the other one is here. Look, I am sorry I lashed out. This was the property of my cup. It is the only thing I have to remember him by. He was one of the lost things. But please,
The last?
can you find that child? I cannot leave this one. And the other child, who's kind of like sitting like in a corner, like kind of hands up, like.
Okay, I'll help you, but you gotta help me.
Fine, whatever you need, just please find that
I get to
child.
pick anything from your lost and found if I find this child. Deal?
Anything but this ball.
Deal.
Okay.
And I spit in my
You
hand
go
and I go
off.
to shake.
We're gonna cut back because you all have a Kenku to interrogate, but Leo was gonna sidebar.
Yeah, because the carnival individuals went off, had their conversation. Leo's just like, all right, and turns to the Kenku, and yeah. Have you been to this carnival before? It's set up this year, like years ago.
I have only heard stories, but what I do know is that my patron Sibilna has a portal to this place from her land, Prismere. Have you heard of it?
Prismere. Has Leo heard of Prismere?
Ooh, that is a tough question. This would be a very, very hard check, but I'm gonna give it to you because you have
Sure.
studied extensively. It's a very difficult history check.
History check. Okay. 14.
The name Prismere does not ring a bell to you.
No, I've not heard of that, I don't believe. What's the relevance?
It's understandable. It's not a realm that most people are aware of. But look, my patron has not been in contact for some time. I suspect something is amiss, and Witch and Light know something about it. And they won't tell me. They keep giving me the cold shoulder. So I thought I'd cause trouble for them until they decided to spill the beans.
So that you would get them involved? They have to be involved so they could then be forced to talk to you? Or...
Exactly. They are clearly hiding something.
Mm-hmm. If your story checks out...
You seem like a little bit more level-headed than the rest of these colorful individuals. What is your story?
My story, an awfully boring one. I'm just also curious about what goes on at this carnival, and I've heard some fantastic things. I've heard some perhaps less than a fantastical, unsavory things, and I'm just curiosity, you know. It's a real pain sometimes.
Yes, and this is a very curious carnival, isn't it?
It is indeed. Have you heard anything else specifically from those two? About the, what was it, the Hourglass Coven? Is that the only thing you heard?
Curious, isn't it? I've never
It is.
heard of them, but whatever they are, they clearly have some sort of leverage over those two Shadarkai.
Certainly seems as such. Like, this thing is not operating freely. What is your name, by the way?
I am Kettlesteam.
Kettle Steam.
Yes. And yours?
Leo.
Leo. Well, perhaps we could join forces on this, Leo, and maybe find out what's really going on at this carnival. If you can convince your friends not to murder me or whatever they're planning.
Leo looks back, and it's probably about the time that they're wrapping up their conversation, so he makes this quick, and it's like, I'll get back to you on that one, and just waves as they come back over.
Okay, yeah, you all rejoin at this point.
All right. I want to hear you out, okay? So you say you're somebody's intern?
That's a way to put it.
Okay.
I have a patron. A powerful entity named Sibilna.
Oh, you're a warlock, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So you're like her little lackey, her coffee boy. I get it.
I find that highly offensive.
So where was the last place that you saw her? Or she intended to go? Was it here? Is that why you're here?
No. Her realm is called Prismere, and there's a Fey crossing to it somewhere in this carnival.
Well, I mean, the carnival does travel through space and time, so I mean...
It does. But it's been a pain to track. I'll admit.
I mean, I love that. Don't get me wrong. Your pain is my pleasure. But I want to talk about...
I don't like you.
No, I'm just... Well, I don't like you either, of course, but...
I don't like you either, of course.
But naturally. So, here, listen. Why is this the only avenue? Is this the only potential avenue for her to get home? Like, is this something that you've talked about in the past? Like, I don't understand why you're at our carnival in particular.
This isn't her home. It's just a way to cross over. And I haven't heard from her in a long time. I'm getting worried.
Oh, so you're trying to go to Prismere to talk to her?
No,
or you at least
and there's a hesitation. I can't go to Prismere.
Why not? You're too ugly?
It's part of my deal. I'm not allowed.
Oh, your blood pact or whatever. Warlocks are weird. I don't understand these people. I don't like them. They're weird. But can't they make their own portals?
Hauld is just zooming across the skies on the dragonfly.
It's just playing the yakety sax song as he flies over.
Oh boy.
Okay. All right. So, you have a pact with your god, I assume, or demon, whatever demon you're kissing. Warlocks. Anyway, all right. You have a pact.
She's
you can't go to
Prismere. It's not a god situation.
Actually.
Whatever.
Actually. Okay, so. But you can't go to Prismere. But you want to find the portal to Prismere here?
I want to know.
To do what? Yell into it? Are you going to be like, hey! Are you in there? Like, is that
I want to know what's happened to my patron. Is that so wrong?
But why is the carnival the victim of your quest for your patron? Because
because your bosses are doing something shady. They're hiding something, and you hear again the mimicked voice.
Will you do it?
Mr. Light. Yeah. Someone's gonna find out about this. They'll shut us down. And then Mr. Witch. We agreed to this pact. Our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the Hourglass Coven take what it wants, and in return, we stay in business. That is what you want, right? Mouth closes.
Balls. This doesn't make any sense to me. I just want to know why here. I mean, because the story that you have is great and all, but like, what was she last seen here? Like, what is the scent that you have? I mean, I work here. I've worked here my whole life. So, I mean, I would love to help you, but I just don't understand why. Like, why this place? You can't even go into the portal, even if you found it.
Because this is the only place where there is even a remote chance of finding out what's happening in Prismere. The carnival's connected to it. I don't know in how many ways, but I do know that there's at least one.
Does anybody know what
Witch
the
and Light aren't
Hourglass
talking
Coven
about
is?
it.
Anybody?
No idea.
Haven't heard.
Leo, you are the smartest looking guy here and you haven't heard of it?
I appreciate the compliment, but I think that was just some flattery. I haven't. No.
It's not flattery, it's irritation. You shouldn't have a pretty face if you can't be fucking smart. I don't understand.
Well, I have one or the other. You know, it's just the way it went. But
Kaza has
an easy
both,
solution.
So it's unfortunate.
I will allow Curly and Ninkasi to roll a quick intelligence check or wisdom
perfect.
check. Actually,
I was actually just about to ask that. Okay.
this is not insight. This is to detect something different.
What are you trying to say about Kaza?
Kaza isn't allowed.
What are you trying to say?
Because I know why he wouldn't know this.
Oh, 7. Man, I have a +4 and I rolled a 3.
I think did you guys keep track of your inspiration?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
have
technically have
12.
inspiration. Okay, from last game. Let's try this
Nah.
again. 18. There we go. That's better.
On an 18, You know, the more you're listening, the more something is ringing a bell, and you're like, wait a minute, I know this voice. When he's off duty, Candlefoot sounds exactly like this.
The mime?
Yeah.
He didn't spill the tea before, but he'll talk when he's off duty. Got it. Okay. I would just bring that up.
Like it's more than that.
the-
It's more it like that sounds like his voice.
Well, I would hope so if it's coming from the Kenku.
It is.
But that was supposed to be Mr. Light and Mr. Witch talking, right? According to the Kenku.
In that moment, yeah, but generally speaking, when the regular speech is happening, it sounds like Candlefoot to Ninkasi.
Oh, the Kenku sounds like him.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry if that wasn't clear.
No.
Oh
it's
yeah, it wasn't. Okay, that's much more clear. I'm gonna bring that up. So I would just like, as I'm realizing this, I'm just like, why do you sound like the mime?
He looks over at you, kind of like cocks the head a little bit. Well, because I stole his voice, so I can talk to people.
Is that why? Wait, is that why he can't speak right now? Can he
Presumably.
speak? He could speak when he's off. Wait, when you say steal his voice, do you mean like steal magically, or like you're borrowing it to speak?
I'll give it back when I get the information I want, but yes, at the moment, that monochromatic creepy clown can't talk.
I mean, I can't disagree with that, to be completely honest.
I mean, at least he's more in character now.
That's true.
as a mime.
I didn't think anyone would notice.
You three aren't concerned by this? A random person stole one of your fellow workers, co-workers'
yes,
voice?
he creeps me out a little
He's
bit.
super creepy. I don't
Very
That-
scary.
Does that justify this action? Does that just make it okay?
He'll get his voice back
mean-
eventually. It's borrowing, right?
Yeah.
All right. No, it's just silly old me worrying about one of your co-workers. It's
Look,
fine.
if
Oh,
you- if
empathy.
you
That's a
can-
bitch.
if you
It
can
really
help
is,
me-
amongst many other things.
If you can help me figure out what's going on here, I'll give the mime his voice back.
Okay, what's the Hourglass Coven? Do you know what that is?
No, that's what I'm trying to find out. Sounds spooky,
Well,
doesn't
okay.
it?
Well, how
It does
do we
sound
find
spooky.
out? Who do we ask?
Do
I like
really-
a spooky adventure.
Do I have to spell it out for you? And the mouth opens again, and you hear, "Someone is going to
Yes,
find out
please.
about this."
Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
No, I want spelling. Give spelling.
No, I want spelling. Give spelling.
It's gonna it's gonna close the beak.
Speak.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send the Kenku in to talk to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. And
They
we'll be
won't
on
talk to
standby.
me.
What?
They
Well, you
keep
could change your
ignoring me.
look, can't you?
Yeah, just
You
turn
did it
into me.
before.
I've tried. Well, I haven't tried turning into someone specifically who works there.
Yeah, don't do it with me though.
You can do me. I'm a flying furball about any of that.
Will they trust you?
Probably. Been here my whole life.
You didn't sound very convincing.
No, I
Currently
mean,
very trustworthy.
yeah, I'm trustworthy, but I'm
Plus.
also a little unhinged, as your foot now knows. So, I mean, yeah,
Yes,
I'm
thanks
trusted.
for that, by the way. I'm going to be limping for a while.
I'm too stupid to stage some sort of, uprising. I think I'm actually the perfect person that would be most likely for them to at least confide in, or for me to be like, hey, I overheard one of the patrons, they were talking about the Hourglass Coven. Can you shed a little light on that? And we can just be around. Like we can be close in case, something happens. You can our code word is rhinoceros.
That's
Okay.
unnecessary.
He does everything.
He does the
He does the thing.
What,
Oh,
wait,
shoot.
what does he do?
Oh,
What does Kaza
dang.
do?
As soon as Curly says rhinoceros, like clamps the beak and then like grabs the hands and just like
Oh, Kaza, sorry,
Oh,
I didn't mean it like
Carrie.
that. Never mind. Put it
oh
it
we
out.
are
Did you say word?
okay.
No.
Okay.
We're changing. We're
Okay.
changing the. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, Kank. Sorry. That's our code word, and so usually, he's got. Anyway, we've changed the use of rhinoceros now. Okay, so we're gonna have him take on my form, right?
He like very slowly, like in like questioningly, just like
It's like
okay, and then he pulls back in. Okay.
All right, that's the plan. You're going to do whatever creepy shit you do.
Oh dear.
You're gonna be me, right? All right. You're gonna go in and you're gonna be like, "Hey, I have a concern. You know, I overheard some patrons talking about this thing. Can I get a little insight so that I know who to stab when I need to stab them? And we'll be close by enough to hear you yell rhinoceros. Okay? And if you do that, we will send Leo and Hauld to storm the tent because I don't want to lose my job."
Where and where? Wait, who is Leo? Yes, but Hauld. Who's that?
Leo's the one who looks like the smartest one out of all of us.
Meanwhile, Hauld, what do you are running off, I presume, to try and catch the child?
Yeah. So what I'm going to do here is, because last session we were trying to look for children for a party trick. So I'm going to be like, "Come one, come all, I need children for a trick."
I tried that once, and
Okay.
I was like, "I don't throw knives at your kids," and they wouldn't let me have them.
Okay. So you are attempting to lure children towards you for deceptive purposes. Great.
Come
Okay.
to the sewer, Georgie.
He is also a warlock. Great. This is fantastic. Oh gosh, what role do I have you do for this? Gosh, that is difficult. I guess this is a persuasion check.
22.
Yeah, kids start mobbing you. Like some of them are like pulling their parents over, and they're like, "Wait," and you get like a dozen, but you don't recognize any of them as the child that's been lost. That's ran off.
Okay, so none of the kids have any.
Like,
so
we want to see the trick.
Okay, and then I just flip them off, and then I keep running to go for the other ones. That didn't work, and so now I'm looking for this because the kid still has this
half
here,
a
right?
dozen scandalized middle.
I have a goal. I gotta find this child.
Middle class parents right now. Okay,
Yeah.
give me a perception check as you run looking for this kid.
Okay, perception. 19. God.
Yeah, on a 19, you are able to locate the child who's kind of like cowering a little bit around the side of a tent, just kind of like.
I go running and I go, "Come here." I'm just kidding. I go, "I've got some. Your butterfly cat friend is looking for you. I'm sorry you got spooked."
Durlagron was really mad.
And I think they're going to be madder if you don't go back. I think it's good if you come with me.
I don't know. She seemed really upset.
What if I give you a disguise, some face painting?
Give me a persuasion check again with advantage.
Okay. 18. I'll just take that.
Yeah. What disguise? Can you make me a tiger?
I sure can. So I take out my disguise and I do the tiger stuff and I go, "All right, let's go get some apple juice."
Okay.
And we march off. And as we're walking, I go, "So why is everyone here wearing wings?"
Because it's a fairy carnival, I think.
Who gives everyone the wings? Can I get some wings?
I don't know. Maybe.
Let's ask your
Durla
cat
has
parent.
the best wings. We should ask her.
Let's ask. All right. So we're just doing small talk and
okay
until we get back to the cat.
I'm Vero, by the way. What's your name?
My name is Hauld. Nice to meet you.
Hauld. You're kind of weird. I like you.
I like you too, buddy.
Ha.
Okay.
Okay. You guys, both of you make your way back, and Vero's just laughing at this point, and you come back, and Durla looks visibly relieved. And the other boy goes up and gives him a hug. And says, "Vero, why did you run off?" "Sorry, Ehloanna, I was scared, but I got cool face makeup from Hauld." And
That's
they
me.
start cheering. Whoa! And Durla just looks at you like, "Okay, I am surprisingly impressed."
So I have as we like go into your wares, because I get to pick anything.
Yes.
What's up with your wings? Because like a bunch of people have wings around here.
They are standard issue for the carnival.
Oh, so it's like where can I find some? They're very
If
pretty.
you would like a pair, I am sure we have them in stock. Perhaps we can give you an extra set. Just don't say they came from me.
Oh, that's amazing. And before we do that, what was in that sphere? What were you so afraid of?
This, and the tentacle comes out and it's like holding on. It looks like a small little disco ball kind of. This belonged to my cub, Star, and it is all I have to remember him by, as he has not been seen for some time.
Why do things seem to be getting lost here?
It is
So much.
something that has happened for many years. I do not know why or where, and I do not know if anyone else is aware of it. But Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are acting strangely. I think they might know something about this.
And where can I find them?
They normally reside in the staff area behind the big top, but I wouldn't confront them directly. They would not be very responsive. Perhaps you can sneak in and spy on them.
Okay. Well, you ended up being a very nice lady, and I want to help you with your cub. What I'm going to need, though, is some wings. That's kind of it. I feel like that's all I need.
And that is not something that is difficult for me to grant, but I appreciate your assistance. in
Awesome.
both
Is there anything
locating
else?
This child and perhaps mine.
Is there anything else I should know? Is there anything that you have in your wagon that might help me and my friends that I'm going to get involved in this?
You are going to get involved with other friends. Where
I
are
don't
they?
know if they know they're my friends, but they're my friends.
If you have to ask if they do not know, you should probably be sure of that.
I'm sure.
It's very important, you know.
I mean, after Terry, I don't know if I can really be friends with anyone again, but we can try.
Who is Terry?
The dragonfly.
That is not his name.
What is his name?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
Well, okay. Well, can you give me something that will help me find your cub here? Because I have a picture now with this orb.
If I had that, I would be looking for him myself.
Okay.
But
well,
you may have this ball if you are going to search for him. Perhaps he will recognize it.
okay. So I take the ball, I examine it. Is there anything like interesting about it?
It has little bits of black hair on it that looks like cat hair.
Interesting.
But otherwise, it appears to be a sort of mirrored ball. Are you attempting to ponder the orb?
Yeah, let's ponder some orbs.
Give me an investigation check, please.
Okay, I have proficiency in investigation. 24.
Woo! Yeah, you can find that this ball has had some wear and tear. It has been there are little kind of like claw scratches along multiple edges of the surface. What you saw as like a full like disco ball effect is actually it was at one point a perfectly round sphere that has had so many scratches in it that it's kind of prismatic at this point. It's been beat up and it looks old. It looks at least 10 years old. But it is very well made. It's very sturdy. And despite it being very like hard and seemingly made of some kind of glass, it's very lightweight.
Huh. All right. Well, I don't think I'm smart enough to understand what this means. So I'm going to go like pocket this and ponder some things and try to find my friends again.
Okay.
Let's say I bid you adieu. Thank you for the wings. and I give him a pet. I give her a pet, and I say, "The next time you see me, I'm gonna have your child. Wait, I will bring your child back."
I look forward to that day.
I look forward to
Good.
that too. And I spit in my hand and I shake. And to the little kiddos, I give them a thumbs up and I say, if you ever want to be part of a carnival act, I know 2 people who need some kids. And I walk away.
Yeah, as you leave, it's kind of like a strange look from Durlagron, but the rest of you are still having your conversation with this Kenku, and he has just finished saying, "So who is Hauld? Which one of you?"
Not any one of us. Hauld has gotten off to some of his own mischief, it seems like. Just kind of took one of the dragonflies and whoosh, just off into the night.
That is odd, but you are
He has
all
his own agendas.
kind of strange people, so I understand.
Take that as a compliment, yeah.
Can I walk in now?
Yeah, about that time.
Okay, I walk in and I'm like, "Hey, yo, I found a big cat with wings. What are you guys up to?"
Speak of the devil. Not
I'm
literally.
not the devil.
No, you're in fact going to be the opposite.
We're trying to make chicken wings, but we've run into a few snags here.
All right. Can I get the download? Can we just like pretend that we told each other what happened with the cat?
Yeah, we fast
Flashback,
forward through
yeah.
the recap. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're all caught up.
Yeah, so
Wow, you're so
I,
brave, Hauld.
so the cat said we could spy, but also I'm looking for Zablina. You guys know that, so we got to do
Zablina?
this. Yeah, remember?
Her name is Sibilna, you idiot.
Okay, Samantha.
Oblina, I got
All
it.
right, we're gonna go look for Samantha, and then we're gonna spy on Samantha.
Wait
I
a
have
minute.
something to say.
Hold. You
Yeah.
are looking for Sibilna,
Yes.
Hauld, and you... Kettle
Wait.
Steam.
Yeah, is he? Are you also a warlock of Sibilna?
Maybe. Who's asking?
You seem a bit different.
That's
Yeah,
what
a
my-
little uglier,
yeah,
right?
we all
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, my parents cut my ears off for that.
So
But
weird.
you still have ears.
Yeah, but they're not my real ears. Or I guess they're my real ears. They're just not all my ears. Anyway, I'm looking for Samantha, and I think we need your help.
This just got a lot more interesting.
I'm going to
Well, we
brush
learned a lot about
aside
Hauld.
the misspellings and misnamings of my patron, because clearly she wouldn't have anyone on her
See it as a
payroll
code
like
name.
you.
See, yeah, it's a code name so that we don't arise suspicions around the carnival. How about that? Samantha
I'm not
Rex?
going to use it, but you go ahead.
Okay, well, if you get arrested by people that aren't us, don't come to us for help.
Don't
So,
come crying over
You're
here.
the ones
All right,
who want to
but-
Prying
send
into
me
my
into
knives.
the tent.
We gotta focus,
On my
okay?
own.
How are we gonna find Zelda? Okay, we gotta find Zelda. This Kinku knows who this is, right?
We are looking for a lot of different people.
Yeah, there's so
Yeah,
many
because
people
we
in
can
this story.
spy. The feline said spy. I got this orb. Can anyone look at this orb, please?
Let's set the orb aside for a minute and let's
Okay.
just get this
can
guy.
add
So
the
he's
orb
gonna
to your
impersonate
inventory.
me.
Okay.
To be pondered. Okay? We're gonna
Orb-
put
orb in
pending,
parentheses to be
pondering
pondered.
pending. Yeah, pondering pending. All right. So
Also,
the Kenku's gonna look like me.
To redeem something really quickly.
Oh yeah.
You guys are looking around, and all of a sudden, just on a little like table stand nearby you, there is a little beverage with like a very large, oversized straw sticking out of it, and lots of little like floating bubble-looking things. Looks like a bubble tea, just standing there.
Well, I know not to put strange things in my mouth, so I'm not gonna do that.
I have real bubble tea
Oh, really?
IRL, so I'm gonna go get it.
Oh
Nice.
wow, what timing!
that works perfectly.
For the record,
Yeah.
this is something that the chat redeemed for y'all.
Cute.
Nice.
I love
IRL
that.
and
Boba tea.
in-game bubble tea.
And as you look at it, it splits into 5 different ones.
What?
Like it just multiplies.
Okay.
You know, I'm not one to pass up forbidden snacks, so I'm just gonna take one of these.
Yeah.
I'll
Delicious.
take it.
You know, Kettle Steam, you can have this one.
All right. Starts sipping. He's like, this is really good. Kettle Steam recovers all the hit points that he lost earlier.
Oh, nice.
Rude, chat. That's rude. I worked really hard to make that bird sad.
Well, do we know where Mr. Light and Mr. Witch are at all? Oh, no, we do, because the cat told us. They're in the staff area, right?
That's where I went earlier, but they keep it under guard.
So
Yeah,
I just got...
There's
I just got
ugly
wings.
clown
I am
and
guard.
a big bugbear.
Okay, so here's an idea, everyone.
But
I have disguise self. I also have wings I can give someone. So I'm assuming the wings are like a uniform, right? Ninkasi?
Ninkasi, you would know. This would be common knowledge to all of you who work at the carnival. The wings are what active duty people who are currently working at the Witchlight Carnival and are currently like on duty. It's part of the wardrobe. All
I
Witchlight
regurgitated
hands.
so we
that
all have
information.
one.
Yeah,
We all have
you
them.
all have them. You're
already,
just not wearing them
we're
today
not
because you're
wearing
off.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we're
Leo
fine
would
with
be
it.
the only one without them.
Leo doesn't have them. Yeah. Now the Kenku, who Leo knows is named Kettle Steam, is also wearing a pair of wings, but they look kind of janky.
Honestly, they look kind of like tortillas.
Are they counterfeit?
Well, I
Like-
was thinking that I could
They
use
kinda look
disguise
counterfeit.
self, and since you guys all have wings, I could just do disguise self myself, and everyone can have wings, and we could just like walk into the staff area.
I think
Yeah.
it would be better if we just sent the Kenku in and, you know, used a spell to listen in on it, or I can just crawl over there. But if he disguises himself as me, I can just hide in Ninkasi's hair or something somewhere in her
Is
skirt.
Is it not normal practice to, if you have a concern, just go to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light?
I mean,
Use
we're all
that work here.
terrified of them, and generally
Oh.
everything that you need just somehow kind of appears, and everything that is bothering you just sort of goes away.
It's awesome.
It's
Yeah.
kind of cool. It's a great place to work, honestly. The benefits are amazing. 35 days of paid time off.
That's a lot of
401k.
PTO.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some serious benefits of the carnival.
Really making a great case for this place being totally normal.
Medical.
and nothing wrong.
My
I'm
portfolio
trying
is
to-
incredibly diverse.
I'm pretty sure this was in person Jackson.
We got stock options as we got here.
Wow. This is an employee-owned company. Anyway,
We're unionized, actually, but close.
well, we need a plan. We gotta talk to these guys, or at least like figure out what they're doing. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of rides that we haven't ridden, and I don't know about our priorities, but I also still want to ride some rides.
I think we
Oh,
should
right.
get
My
the Kenku
parents
thing.
are still out there too.
Oh yeah, we should
I
get the
imagine
Kenku
they're
thing out of the
riding
way.
rides.
So
Yeah, your parents. I don't think you've talked to them since you got to the
saved
Dragonfly rides. I don't think they followed
Yeah.
you in the chase.
I probably would have like not. I'm going to assume they can't run fast enough, so we'll just say they stayed behind and just are riding rides. How about that? That's what they
that
do.
seems like a reasonable assumption. I'm sure if you want to check in on them later, you can.
Yeah.
But as you are pondering your plans and trying to figure out what you are going to do next and how you are going to get the information from your new friend? ? You hear outside the tent a barker announcing some upcoming event, and you hear the following. Let me go ahead and double check. Here we go. Yeah, you kind of overhear the following. Come one, come all to the Big Top Extravaganza! Midnight, starting in 5 minutes. You don't want to miss it. The greatest show on Anacra or any world you can imagine. And that is where we are going to take a break.
no.
We'll be back in
It's
10
just
minutes,
a break.
everybody.
It's 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
We'll see you all
That's
very
doable.
soon. Cheers, everyone.
All right. See you in 10.